But now we're still counting days, and we're saying, what exactly should we expect from the rally drivers that will be doing duty for the country? Remember, above 50 drivers are expected to star during the World Rally Championships this time out, and KCB have been out to support it. And this time out, you decided to go out in a big way. Let's first start by introducing yourself. At the same time, tell us why rally again, because you've been so consistent in this.
So my name is Rosalind Gishuru, and I am the Group Director for Marketing, Corporate Affairs and Citizenship at KCB. When you think KCB and sports, it's synonymous. We have been supporting motorsports for the last 19 years. Many of us would know KCB through the local rally league as well as autocross. But over the last, well, I suppose since 2019, we now have an international stage where we are the official banking partner for WRC, and really excited because many of the drivers, particularly the Kenyan or African drivers, like Evans over here, have participated in KNRC as well as autocross. So for us as a brand, it's really a testimony that the investments that we make to nurture talent, we can be the same brand that puts these drivers who have invested so much of their skill on international stages. So very excited.
Well, let's talk about the drivers. We have Evans with us in the studio, a person that has been in the rally scene for quite a number of years now. Evans, we're going to a championship where a lot of people will wait and they will want, and at the same time will be very eager to see the Kenyan star as a driver who will be there representing the country, at the same time representing you, and also a team effort, because two drivers have been sponsored by a KCB in this event. What should we expect?
Wow, thank you first of all for having us. It's an exciting time for us as local drivers. These are part of the things that you dream about. And other than just being ridiculously excited about it, we are happy that even the local companies, your KCBs, are coming together to support us as locals, to put up a fight as much as we can against the teams that are coming in.
We'll talk about the teams that are coming in, and a lot of focus will always be on the Kenyans. I know a lot of the Kenyan rally enthusiasts will want to see a Kenyan at least be amongst the guys who will finish the top. From where you're sitting as a country, are we there yet?
Of course we are. I'll use an example of last year. Last year we had 3 competitors who are in the top 10 of the overall ranking, and all of them local, who've been participating in Kenya National Rally Championship series and autocross and such other series locally. And these guys, again, were given an opportunity to go out there and represent the country, and they did exactly that. So this year we are hoping that we'll have a lot more, and at least try have one person creep up into the top 5 position.
Rosalind, it's 100 million from KCB for just
2022.
2022.
But 250 million since 2019.
Why that heavy on motorsport? I know I should be saying well in kudos because you're doing something spectacular, but how has the journey been?
The journey has been good. Like I said, it's been 19 years. And actually, we have put as a bank about 1.3 billion in motorsports over these 19 years. So I think it's just, the 100 million is just a recognition of the global stage and all the investments that are required to bring this to life. So we're very excited that we've also been able to use some of that funding to support our local drivers. We also, for the very first time, have a sustainability arm towards this, because we recognize that we are emitting a lot of carbon dioxide. So we are going out in a big way together with other partners to plant trees and to mitigate against some of these climate risks that we are seeing. So it's very exciting, but every year we challenge ourselves to do more and to take advantage of our investment.
Are we getting the returns? Because I know anytime a corporate brand goes out there, there's always the vision of getting the return as much as we are out there and we are assisting. I'm asking this from the point of view because we have other big corporate brands in the country, and at times from where we sit, we wish they should also do as KCB. They should also do as corporate brand X. Why are we not having a lot of brands actually supporting different sporting extravaganzas the biggest way that KCB are doing? Maybe they can pick something.
Yeah. So I think brands need to decide how they want to connect with their consumers. For us at KCB, sports is an important pillar. So the investment around sports began, for some sports that we support as far as 3 decades ago. So it's been a journey. So one of the things that I would say is that brands need to determine what are the pillars of engagement and begin the journey towards that investment. So for us, it's been about sports. We also support other sports, by the way, over and above motocross, motorsports. We also support football, rugby, chess, golf. We've done athletics in the past. So this is one way that we as a brand want to be locally relevant and to really connect with our customers and our consumers. And this is an investment we have determined to make. And I think across the country, wherever you go, people can remember KCB from either bringing the rally or being part of the rally and even engaging in other sports. So it's an important investment for us as a brand.
And talking about other sports, I know the KCB women's team just came back in the country, victorious. The rugby team has also been lifting the Kenya Cup campaign years in, years out. But Kabrasa they're spoiling the party. But all in all, something positive that is happening. Always important to nurture sports, you'll agree. Yes,
absolutely. And let me also mention our chess team is also one of the leading chess teams in the country. So all in all, our investments are bearing fruit.
We're talking about investment and how they're bearing fruit, and having in mind the different teams that you're supporting and the different enterprises that you're supporting. As a driver, I know from where you're sitting, a lot always comes on the table because people will be, he had support, he had the assistant. I know the same will happen to different drivers that will be competing, that at least they've been able to be given the little or the biggest support that they've been able to be given. What will you say, or how important is it for our driver to get that support from the brands that they're supporting as you go to a championship like this?
It is extremely important that we have more corporates joining the sport and pump more money in this sport and other sports. Most sports actually take a lot of dedication and a lot of time to actually put things together, put teams together, to practice, to test, to do all those things. And this takes a lot of money, and financing these things might not be necessarily, it might compete with other objectives that you have, from a social point of view, from families to businesses and that kind of thing. So when you have businesses that are coming in to support the sport and grow and nurture the talent, it helps a great bit. It helps a great bit, and it helps us in trying to make, bring the Kenya, to a very big place in the standing globally. As I mentioned, last year we had 3 locals, in the overall, in the top 10 rankings of the WSC that was run here in June last year. Now, you can imagine if a lot more support could have gone to more locals, from the autocross levels through to the KNRCs, we'd have a lot more people showing up and actually making this a commercial venture for them. But most of us remain as hobbyists because, again, it's not financially feasible every single time.
So what will make this edition special? I was in Naivasha last time out. I know there will be some music this time and some entertainment that guys will be dancing out all there. But from your perspective, what's special? Why should Kenyans not miss the rally this time out?
So firstly, we've learnt a lot from last year. I know there were a lot of challenges around traffic, for example. So we have been working with all relevant stakeholders to make sure that we ease the traffic situation, provide alternative routes, etc. And remember, last year was also at the height of COVID, and of course COVID is still with us, but I think we have reduced our efforts around COVID, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be careful. But I believe that people should go out in big numbers. I think that having come back into the country, this would be now 20 years later. I think it's just an opportunity for us to take our families and friends and just re-engage and see what the World Rally Championship is all about.
As we finish, I know a number of Kenyans will be going there, and a number of Kenyans want just to go and have a good time and enjoy themselves at the same time, see the environment and also enjoy their animals if they will meet some, and just have a good time. Where or how will they get the tickets? What is the general procedure of them getting there? Or where are we, or which kind of a number do we expect?
In terms of people attending?
Yes.
I think we're expecting, thousands of people, way more than last year. I think we're all putting our bets on what that final number will be. But there's a lot of information in terms of where to get the tickets, and even opportunities to win some tickets. So yes, have a look out and get your ticket.
Because you're talking about winning some tickets and giving out some tickets. I want to give out some tickets to some fans. So give me a number of tickets I can give out, courtesy of KCB, of course.
We will be giving you a ticket, a couple of tickets to give out every day.
So I'm borrowing on behalf of the fans that are watching right now. So
yes,
we'll get a number of tickets.
A couple of tickets.
A couple of tickets that we'll be giving out. But
yes.
Evans, just briefly as we conclude, motorsport in the country, from a driver's perspective, we are heading the right way, we are heading the wrong way, or we need to do better?
Well, we're in a good position. There's always better. We've been improving if you look backwards. It's only that we are in a tough economic situation, then given the current state of the political climate in the country, all these things have a general effect on what sports would be. So we as a country are headed in the right direction. And that is evident by, first of all, the WRC coming back to the country after a 19-year hiatus from it. So, yeah.
And from the group's perspective, this is a commitment that will continue to be there because it has value and it also brings value to the country.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our commitment towards sports, motorsport being one, football, rugby, chess, volleyball, those continue. They are important for us as a brand in terms of how we nurture talent and provide platforms to the youth that have come up the